Hi, it's Ramba75 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. And today I got a 1v1 for you. This is me and my Ramba versus Almanac in his Phantom with phasing. So phasing Plasmax, I think he's got on there. It's a good old ding dong battle. I'm going to try and ram crap out of him. He's going to try and hit me with Plasmax. We had a really weird thing happen, which I got a clip coming up, which is very funny. You know the standard, you wing up, you drop down, one of you leaves wing, and then you have the fight. Well, we went through the motions, and when I left wing, we both vanished. We de-instanced. So yeah, game working as intended. But I really need to apologize for something, because a lot of people have recently contacted me about building Rambas. There seems to be a growing trend of people wanting to build these things. Now, I will honestly say I do love this thing. It's ridiculous, it's funny. I've always said a standard Mamba build would be more sensible. You don't have to go to extremes of the weight and stuff to still make a really good frag Mamba. You're better off keeping some of the speed, because that's your big advantage, is the Masters of Speed. With the Ramba version, you've traded speed for heavyweight rammingness. And, you know, I'm not going to say it doesn't work, because it really does cheese people with the ramming ability. And the people who've been asking me, I've been directing them all to Rui Rebai's build, which is objectively better than this one. It's got more shields and more weight. I prefer my build because I like having the utilitarian heatsink that I can use to just charge up my distro. I don't get caught very often with pip checks, because I can camp those 4 pips to shields so often that I don't need to worry too much about it. In this fight, he hasn't got any rail guns, so I'm quite happy to plod after him. He is doing the typical Python thing, but not too badly. He's not going out for ages and trying to recharge those shields. But I am going to apologise to you all, because any increase in the number of Rambas in the game is probably not a good thing. It's a cheese build. It's not a fun ship to pilot. So I apologise to the people who are actually building them, because they're going to find out that they have no jump range. They're a nightmare to fly. They fly like an absolute brick. You know, but hey, if you want to build one, go ahead. And as to that de-instance, watch this. It's really funny.
Wait, you've dropped on me, right? Yeah, that just happened with me as well. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Yes, dropped on me.
So there we go. Combat log confirmed. Complete vanish on my opponent. Just hit that stealth device. But yeah, weird de-instance to have happen like that. Second time we did it, it worked fine. It's just so weird. But anyway, I'm going to leave you now with a word from what you guys sponsor. I'll be back in a moment. But yeah, let's have a look at what you guys sponsor with Big Red Rooster Rescue. So we're going to take a pause to take a quick look at what you guys sponsor. With your guys' views, you help out Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue, helping out cocks of all sizes, all shapes, and for the love of the cock, keep watching so we can raise money for this lovely little animal rescue and save birds, my little co-pilot here. So yeah, in all honesty, I think I'm apologising to everyone when it comes to this. I'm apologising to the people who are going to go through all the pain and suffering of building these damn ships, only to find out that, as I've said on many occasions, a normal Mamba that maintains more speed is way more practicable and useful, and also one that has some jump range. I'm also going to apologise to all the people who are about to be rammed to death by crazy builds, because it is a fun crazy build. It does do a lot of damage on the ram, and theirs will be even heavier and more powerful than mine. They'll have stronger shields. It's, you know, I'm giving up a booster for a heatsink. They're not doing that. They're going all boosters. They're not getting rid of the huge hardpoint for a fixed frag cannon like I've gone. They are going to have probably a short range blaster PA or a short range force shell cannon or some such horrible thing on top there. And that will make a big difference, especially if it's the PA. Yeah, because a full-on frag and plasma ram with a ship that weighs as much as this one is gonna hurt. You know, and I know, you know, I wasn't the originator of the frag Ramba. Ruri Bike got there before me. I was in the middle of constructing mine when he did his build. I did modify mine slightly because of I hadn't thought to E-rate the hull reinforcement, but I've been on about doing it for ages because a lot of my ships are massively heavy. I've always gone in for tanky builds. I've always gone in for a lot of armor. You know, it's just the way I like to play the game. I'm not a good pilot, so you know, super maneuverability I'm not really that worried about. I'd much rather have something that's durable and tanky. When I was a kid, I always preferred the Y-wing in Star Wars to all the other fighters. You know, something that can really tank up and smash through things. That was the sort of ship for me. Yeah, definitely not the choice of the rational person. You know, you'd probably go for an A-wing for the super maneuverability, or the X-wing for the bigger firepower. But no, for me it was the Y-wing. You know, I don't know what it was, but in the films it was just the way those ships, they always went down, they broke apart in really cool ways. And I always remember that guy going, stay on target. And that's what the frag Ramba's all around. It's all about staying on target, grinding your opponent down, just staying on them, persistent hunting them down, trying not to give them too much of a break to recharge their shields and bank back up. Because, you know, you're going to slam into them, try and DPS them, out DPS them, smash them, and clobber them on rams. And it's, yeah, it flies so badly. I do feel sorry for these guys that are going to build these and then find out they're flying a absolute pig of a ship. So, you know, and it's really horrible if you fight against it because it's got that drag frag, so it's going to bring you down to its level and fight you where you're not comfortable because you like being maneuverable. And yeah, the flight assist off really good pilots hate drag frags. They really do hate drag frags. You know, I love them because it brings people down to my level, and yeah, at my level I can compete, at their level I can't. And GG to Almanac for this fight. He could have spent a lot more time boosting out, whipping around and coming back in, and really cheesed it, and eventually he would have won because the Bi-Weave will eventually beat me if it goes out to recharge often enough. I've had a few 1v1s like that in my Ramba over the years, and it doesn't bother me. It's one of the weaknesses of the ship is I don't have massive speed. It's fast enough for what it does, and what it does is beautifully ram into things and destroy them. But you know, that's pretty much all I built it for, was just ramming things with carnage. I had really good fun the other day ramming Jordo's Corvette, which is totally stupid, but really good fun. Yeah, I think most people are surprised when they come in a Corvette or a cutter and find me just ramming into them, frag ramming them, because it will take my shields out before theirs, but I will do a surprising amount of damage to their shields before I'm gone. And yeah, a lot of people have found surprising, especially if I catch a cutter or a Corvette with a pip check ram. It's hilarious how suddenly their shields drop. But that's what I built this ship for. Me, I'll always love ramming things, and this was the ultimate expression of ramming things. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, again, GG, this was a fun 1v1, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's always funny how there's no salt when I fight bad guys. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.